Can Andy and Pamela go more into the difference between a chick being bratty and just being rude, awful? I heard Andy talk about this before.
Yes, I did a full video on my channel. Just search for Kill You're Gonna Lose It Bratty. I think this is one of those things where, especially with a lot of BDSM, you get better at picking up the sub-communication and stuff like that the more you do it. And so the first thing I would do is give yourself permission to kind of suck at reading the signals at the start. That's perfectly fine. But the way I would look at it is like this. If she's being bratty in a fun way, like she has a bit of a smile on her face, she's cheeky, she's being a bit silly, it's clearly a game, then that's bratty, that's fun. But if she's just straight up rude, like she's like, no, you need to get the fuck out of here right now, it's like, well, that's not really bratty, that's just kind of being rude. And so the thing that I would say here is just, from your point of view, control what you can control, which is, I'm going to have fun, I'm going to be the brat tamer or the dom, and I don't really care how she responds. If I don't like how she responds several times in a row, then I'm allowed to leave. Like, rather than thinking I have to tame her, you're coming more from a position of like frame or power. You're the dom. You don't really care how she behaves. You'll either tame her, and if she isn't willing to be tamed, you'll fucking leave. So I'd come from that position of power, which really is just the ability to walk away, and give yourself permission to get better at taming brats over time. It takes a bit of practice, or at least it did for me.
What do you think, Marcus?
Yeah, brattiness comes out when there's attraction first. That's what you guys need to realize. So a lot of the time, if you go up to a girl and she's like, go away, ooh, yuck, I don't want to speak. It's just
that's not bratty. She doesn't know.
Yeah. She's just not attracted. So you have to, in that situation, I'm going to fall back on my knowledge of what do I do when girls aren't attracted. So I'm going to speak to the friend. I'm going to show her some attention. I'm going to start DHVing. I'm going to start building that attraction from the girl. Now, once she's attracted, she will think, okay, I want to test him, or I want some more dominance. So the way I explain this to guys is, imagine, just for a second, I put you in this scenario, right? You're a girl, and your objective for the night, I know this sounds weird, but your objective for the night is to get choked and slapped, right? That's what you want to do, but you can't ask for it. You can't ask for it, because then you lose the game. So when you go out, how are you going to initiate this? You're going to look for guys that look a little bit more dominant. And when they start talking to you and you're attracted to them and you like them, you're going to start giving them a little bit of shit. You want to provoke some slapping and choking. So that's basically what's happening. So once you have the attraction, when they have the flirtatious, like, what are you going to do about it? Or what the fuck's with your Crocs, right? And then Austin is like, what the fuck did you say? Right? Say it again. That is how you, yeah, there you go. That's how you're going to deal with it.
Wait, Marcus, one correction. You said approach guys, but you meant approach girls.
Yeah, I say guys is gender neutral. Okay, it's 2023.
Okay.
All right,
can you ultra sensitive? I got you.
Yeah. No, but I do say guys for girls. Actually, it's when I open, it's usually hey guys. I just an old school.
I just want to clarify for the chat so they don't get the wrong impression. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I got you. If anyone wants some grinder coaching, yeah, let me know. But yeah, so yeah, essentially that's what I look for.
Yeah, I think I've dealt with a lot of brats, and I have like lay reports on that and shit. But like nowadays, personally, I find like the real brats like kind of annoying. And I just like personally, well, kind of do what Andy says, which is just like not fuck with that. Like if a girl like pushes a little too far, I mean, yeah, like you can. I used to enjoy the challenge, but it's gone kind of like just like annoying. But also, I think that the distinction is this. What a brat is doing is she's trying to weed out all the fake alphas, all the beta guys, right? So at a certain point, when you pass an alpha or shit test, she's going to become really sweet and submissive and compliant. That's just every brat. If you pass it, if you go through enough of her fucking shit test, a rude girl will never become like sweet and submissive and compliant. She's always going to be a bitch. So I think that's the key distinction.
Yeah, think of it as a game. Brattiness is a game. Like, again, half of these questions, it's not this question, but like a lot of the way people look at brattiness is like it's this combat situation. Guys do the same thing with just like game and talking to women. It's not a fucking combat situation. This is meant to be fun, or it's allowed to be fun.
Let's talk about how you would fail with a brat. So I think this will help the guys. So
punching her in the face.
That's one. But
that's a fair.
Okay, one of the ways you would fail with a brat is by getting reactive, aggressive, like just.
That's what I just said.
Anyway, yeah. Well, I mean, typically it's not punching in the face, just getting like kind of riled up. Basically, avoid every single thing that Myron does. Right. That's number one. Number two is actually the opposite of that. Is if you become apologetic and you start acting like a bitch, you start backtracking, you start apologizing, you start second guessing yourself. Those are two ways you can fail with a brat. The way you should really typically pass a brat shit test is either agree and exaggerate, where the girl's like, you're going to wear Crocs to the date? Fuck yeah, I love Crocs. Wear your Crocs, right? Agree and exaggerate. Or, well, actually, no, sorry. That was flip it on her. That's one, kind of like just like pass it. Or number two is just like you just don't give a shit. You're like, yeah, I love Crocs.